Now, before we entered 2025, we brought you a conversation in relation to how best you can prepare yourself for the new year. What are some of the things that you ought to do? How can you position yourself properly to start a brand new year? We are used to the phrase, new year, new me, but really, when we enter the new year, what do you do? What are you able to achieve? And Rudolph was here about 2 weeks ago, and he gave us great insight into how best to position yourself for great things in the new year. Now, we have entered the new year by the grace of God. We are here, but I know that a number of you had a tall list of things that you're hoping to achieve in this new year. And you know that it's a huge problem with how to execute, what to do, the ways and means you can maneuver to make sure that you get everything checked on your list. And so we are here to help. Maybe that you think, oh, writing it down is good enough, oh, that's it, you'll be good to go. But I believe that there's way much more work to do than just taking a pen and a paper and writing your goals down. And so this morning, I have a personal development coach with me, Rudolph Okyere Brenyah. I remember, off air when you came the last time, we were talking a little bit about your surname anyway. So Rudolph is here again, and we have to delve into the conversation of how we can prep ourselves.
Absolutely.
When it comes, not prepping ourselves per se, but how we can properly execute, all that we are hoping to achieve in the new year. Because, undoubtedly, we do have a problem with that, don't we?
Yes, we do. First of all, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
to you and the team.
Yes.
Good to come back on the show, as always.
Yes.
And yes, we're about to talk about New Year resolution and why people can't keep up with New Year resolution. And we're going to do something really interesting today as well. We're going to do something practical. Because usually when you get a personal development coach on air, it's always talking. It's okay, where's the action?
Yeah.
So we're going to do something that people, the viewers at home, can partake in, and it's going to change everything for them in 2026. So I'm really excited about it,
Well, I'm excited already, aren't you, guys? I know that you are very excited about this, so get ready to join us on our social media platforms. In fact, you're already joining us. Be interacting with us on our social media platforms. On Facebook, it is Joy Prime TV. We're also live on YouTube at Joy Prime TV Live. And our WhatsApp number is also very active, 055-157-5757. Let us know your thoughts. What are some of the struggles that you have when it comes to the phrase new year, new me, okay? I really want to hear your thoughts or read your thoughts in relation to this. So Rudolph, now, is it important that before we enter a new year, every single year, you have to necessarily jot out or put down exactly what you want to do?
Yeah, it's very important, Golden Girl, very important.
Yes.
I remember that from last year as well.
Yes.
The reason why I think it's important is I don't think anyone would get into a car or get into a public transportation and with no destination in mind. I don't think that will happen.
Sure.
Nobody will get inside a Trotro or Uber and say, well, take me wherever you want to take me.
No.
You might end up in a destination you don't want to end in.
Yeah.
The reason why it's important for you to have goals or have a New Year resolution before the year starts is because it directs your life and it directs your life in the outcome for 2026. But you see, there's a problem with New Year resolution, and I'm sure you know what it is.
Yeah.
When it gets to the second or third week, something happens.
Yeah.
People lose the drive, they lose the motivation, they lose the willpower. And the reason that being is that most people rely on motivation and willpower to get their goals achieved. And the problem is that you should never rely on motivation and willpower. And the reason being is that motivation and willpower is like putting petrol in your car, and you know eventually that petrol is going to run out. So, and that's what people usually do. Me, as an identity strategist, what I teach my clients and what I teach people is that the first thing you need to do is don't focus on the outcome. The first thing you need to focus on is identity, because identity always produces results. And when we talk about self-identity, self-image, we talk about how do you see yourself internally. So I ask Golden Girl, how do you see yourself internally? The reason why that is important is because you will never outperform how you see yourself. It's impossible. Now, actually, let me say something. You can outperform it through motivation, willpower, like most people do at the 1st of January. But then eventually, you will revert back to how you see yourself. let me give you an analogy. It's like someone, imagine you go into a nightclub or something like that, and there's a bouncer, a security there. If you don't meet the age requirements, if you're not above age 21, they won't let you in.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with your self-image.
Yeah.
If you do not alter your self-image, how you see yourself internally, it doesn't matter how much motivation or willpower you have, eventually you revert back to your old version. So for example, if you see yourself as someone who procrastinates, oh, I never finish, if that's how you see yourself, you can shout to the end of the world, oh, this year I'm going to do this year I'm going to do this. Eventually, you see yourself as a procrastinator, so you'll continue to procrastinate. But the good news is,
Rudolph,
go ahead.
Someone would also argue the fact that most of the times it is not an intentional act to, for instance, procrastinate. But certain circumstances or situations happen, and then before you realize, oh, you had planned to do this, something came, maybe you couldn't get enough resources to execute, you couldn't get enough finances to execute, maybe you got sick, you know, a whole lot of other factors come in, and sometimes people feel that their reasons for not being able to do certain things is valid.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I had a young lady that, very similar, she asked me a question, she's here in Ghana, and she said, Rudolph, I understand I have to change my self-identity, but how about my goal for the year is I want to pay for my tuition fee. So how does changing my identity change it? Which is a valid question.
Yeah.
And of course, I answered the question. I said, well, you need to understand is before you go into any institution or school, you need to, first of all, work on yourself. Because the reason is just because you don't get into a school doesn't mean you stop working on yourself. Eventually, when there's skill set that you can still develop whilst you're waiting for your tuition fee and everything like that. Once you develop yourself, eventually when that you don't stop being a student of life first. So I was encouraging her that you still have to see yourself as a student first. If you don't see yourself as a student first, when that opportunity comes, you might self-sabotage. A lot of people do that. They self-sabotage themselves and they don't, why do I keep, when a good opportunity lands in my hand, I push them away. Let's go quickly into relationship, for example. A lot of people will say, well, I want a relationship. I want this year, I want to get married. This year, I want a boyfriend, a girlfriend. But they don't know that internally, they feel like they're not worthy. And when you feel like you're not worthy internally, even when a good man or a good woman comes your way,
you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't.
Yeah, you would even push them away. Subconsciously, because you're trying to protect that self-image of, oh, I don't think I'm worthy enough to have a relationship. So it goes very deep. Another gentleman said to me, he said, oh, my New Year's resolution, I think a lot of Ghanaians have this resolution that I want to travel, I want to go to the States. And he said, Rudolph, how does my self-identity work with that? And I said, and he said he wants to go to the States. I said to him, well, before you ask America to receive you, you need to ask yourself, are you the type of person, what kind of value are you creating that America will accept you?
That's true.
You know, because you need to create a value for America to accept you so that when the opportunity comes your way, you already got the skill set. And even if you, because I understand you don't control the visas and everything, but when the opportunity, if the opportunity doesn't even come, at least you've developed yourself where to the point that you can even get a remote job or you even be employable here in Ghana.
This bit you're saying is highly, highly important because it's a huge problem.
Yes.
It's a very big problem. A lot of young people hope to travel. I know that on amongst the tall list of, you know, what to do in 2026 for a lot of youth or young people is to travel out of the country or stay, get a stay, you know, get to move. Move into a different country and all that. But then really, what is that added value that you're going to give?
Exactly.
And I'm excited you're saying this because I have a relative who is hoping, he's hoping to travel out of the country. And I keep on telling him that, okay, no problem with you wanting to travel out of the country. But the question here is, inwardly, how prepared are you?
Exactly.
Are you prepared to, you know, go out of the country and do whatever may come, whatever it may be? Are you prepared to do it? So I'm happy you're saying this.
Yeah, because you need to, America needs value from you too. it's not that I'm running away from Ghana. That's a cop-out, you know. You need to bring some sort of value. So I told that individual, you're not in control of the visa stuff, I understand, but before you ask America to accept you, what kind of value, what kind of person are you becoming? What kind of value are you going to give America when you go there? How do you represent Ghana as you go there? So everything always starts internally. There's something called cause and effect. Every effect comes from a cause. So you need to understand that every result that you get in life came from a cause. So the cause usually starts internally. So before you change any results in your outside world, in your external reality, you have to change how you see yourself inside. And this is why I'm excited about some of the things that we're going to do later on today. In fact, I'll be honest with you, this is something that I do with my clients. It's something that if the viewers at home follow, it's something that can get you very emotional. So I would advise the viewers to get some box of tissue. Yes, because the reason why I'm saying that, Golden Girl, is because when they start drafting a few things down, I'll explain what we're going to do later on, they're going to realize that this particular thing that they're putting on a sheet of paper is the reason why they've not been able to hit their financial goals, not being able to be married, not being able to be some sort of...
After marriage with the
but that's why this is also good, because we're going to confront it.
Okay, you face your truth.
You face your truth.
Right.
And you know, one thing people don't like to do is to confront themselves. They easy, like if you step on my toe, I can confront you, like, hey, Golden Girl, why'd you step on my toe? But people are not comfortable confronting. Why am I keep getting... There's a reason why you keep attracting the same type of results, the same type of men. It's not coincidence. It can never be coincidence. There's a reason why, if you keep attracting same men, same women, same results, everything... Look at yourself. Look at yourself, and we're going to do something today that's going to help you with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that you need to get your pens and your papers ready because it's about to be very, very interesting. I am here with Rudolph Brenyah, and he's a personal development coach. And we are looking at how best you and I can execute all that we hope and plan to do in the year 2026. We are not just going to start off talking, and just writing everything on a paper, and then that's it, hoping that, a miracle will come from somewhere and then we do it. No, but we are going to execute it. Hands-on, aren't we, Rudolph?
Hands-on.
And Rudolph is going to help us do that. So I want you to be very active with us on our social media platforms. Our WhatsApp number is 055-157-5757. What is that struggle you have with executing certain things that you plan to do, most especially when we enter the new year? One of them is saving.
Yes.
A lot of people have, yesterday we had a very wonderful, amazing conversation during the money-making segment right here on Prime Morning. And a gentleman came here and opened his Susu box.
Wow.
In fact, Susu safe. Let me put it there because it had codes that you had to punch in and then all that. And he had saved for a year.
Yeah.
So anytime that, he feels the need to put in 100 Ghana cedi, 200 Ghana cedi, 50 Ghana cedi, 20 cedis, he would put them in.
Wow.
And he opened it here for the very first time after a year right here.
Yeah.
And there was so much money that he had saved. And he had a goal. Yes, I think that the little he had counted should be about 5,000. I don't know if the little he had counted from the lot. From the lot, the little he had counted was about 5,000. But he had way more than that.
That's amazing.
That's very amazing.
Some people, for example, go back to the traveling. Someone would do something like that. That can pay for your application form. There's so many things. Can pay for a plane ticket. You'd be surprised. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then so you start off the year, you plan, every day I'm going to put in 5 Ghana cedi. Every day I'm going to put it. I've seen this every day you put in the figure of the day. So 1st January 1 Ghana cedi, 2nd January 2 Ghana cedi, 3rd January 3 Ghana cedi. So you have to be intentional about doing that. And then before you realize, at the end of the day, you're going to have about 66,000 Ghana cedis. So imagine
at the end of December
the year.
31st.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
66,000 Ghana cedi for 30 December. No, we're not going to use it. No, we're not.
You spend on 3 tables and then
but no, but for greater things. But the struggle here is being consistent. Being able to do it. You can start, and always a lot of people start, but they're never able to pull it through.
Yeah. And we're gonna help them with that today.
Okay.
We're gonna help them with that today. So whenever we are ready, you got any more?
Yes, I do. But okay, so
no,
okay, so What is it exactly? Am I sharing
Okay,
with
yes.
you?
So I'll take one.
Okay.
I'll take one. And I would like the viewers at home to grab a pen and paper. And if you don't have a pen and paper, run to your corner store, your corner shop, and go and buy something quickly. I don't know how much we have time, but this is something that we're going to
I think we have about 20 minutes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's more than enough.
Yeah.
So the very first thing we want to do is, everyone watching, if you grab your pen and paper, let's give them about a minute or so to grab it.
Okay, so we're giving you a minute.
Yeah.
Rudolph is giving you a minute to grab your pen and paper.
For those of you that have got the pen and paper at hand, please put on top of this paper. In fact, if this is in a book, if it's in a book, I would ask you kindly to rip it out of your book. I know why I'm saying this.
Oh.
So just rip the paper out. You know, I've got a single paper here. So, but if your paper's inside the book, kindly rip it out of your book. We're going to do something very practical today. Now, on top of the page, what I would like for you to write is put down your current self-image. That's what I would like for you to put. So I'm going to put there current self-image. When you put current self-image, now here's where I'll be honest with you guys. Some of you guys are going to get very emotional. Now I'm going to give you about 3 to 5 minutes to write something down now. Now, what I would like for you to do is write down how you see yourself internally, not how you would like to see yourself. And the way this is going to be effective, Golden Girl, is that people have to be very, very honest with themselves.
Be very honest with yourself.
Please do not hide anything. The reason why I'm saying this is not going to be effective if you're hiding. If you're ashamed of what you're going to put, please move away from someone. Don't let nobody see it, but be very honest. So if you see yourself as a procrastinator, write it down. If you see someone that I've got temper, I always get angry quickly, write it down. If you may be struggling with some sort of an addiction, write it down. Whatever it is.
So does it have to be the negatives?
It can be anything that's holding you back.
Okay.
So anything that is holding you back, that's not going to make you be consistent to your current goals for 2026. So write this current self-image. Anything that's negative, how you see yourself internally. So just write it down, pour it out. Let's give the viewers maybe a couple of minutes to write this down.
I'm actually scared that if I write this down, somebody might see the paper. Somebody might get my papers.
This is what don't worry. We're going to do something after. So you just be honest. Just write it down.
So Rudolph, you want me to write?
Yeah, you can partake in it. You can partake in it. So I hope the viewers at home, you're doing this. Like I said, just give you a quick overview again. Please write on top of the paper, current self-image, and then write down how do you see yourself internally, not how you would like to see yourself. How do you see yourself now? So whether you're a procrastinator, whether you're someone who's struggling with an addiction, whether you're someone you don't feel, you believe that you don't deserve love, whatever it is, just be very honest and write it down. We're going to do something very practical today. And like I said, some of you guys are going to get very emotional while you're writing this down. Maybe tears are going to flow down your eyes. And so when you guys are done, actually, we're going to do it together. So I'm going to write something as well. So how's it going for you, Golden Girl? How's it going?
It's reflective, very reflective, because it's given an opportunity to reflect on things that on a regular day you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Even if you would think about it and you just be sobbing.
Yeah.
Maybe in your, in your room somewhere, and then you just wipe your tears and then that's it. So it's reflective.
Like I said, some of the viewers at home are going to be sad. Some of them are going to be angry. The more honest you are, the more powerful it is. If you escape, well, I'm not going to write this. I'm going to just be as honest as possible and write it down.
So basically what we are writing down is the things that you know could possibly block you moving or progressing in whatever you want to do for yourself in the year 2026.
Exactly. So how you see yourself, your self-image. We are addressing your self-image, how you see yourself internally.
Yeah.
Like I said, the way you see yourself internally is how you will show up externally. So you always have to change the inner work. This is inner work that we're doing today. If you can do this inner work externally, everything, you will see things begin to change for you.
Okay.
So when you are done...
I think I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah.
I'm sure the viewers at home are done. So what we're going to do now, so I'm sure some of you guys...
Wait, I think I've remembered the last one.
Good. Everything, put everything down.
Okay.
All good?
I think so.
Yep, good.
I think so.
So for the viewers at home, what I would like for you to do now is, there's a reason why I told you to rip it out of your book. Now, what I would like for you to do is to hold the paper like this. And the reason why I'm getting you to hold the paper like this is because I would like for you to feel the weight of this paper. And when I say the weight of the paper, I'm not talking about actually how heavy the paper weighs, but I mean the current self-image that you've put on here. Now, I would like for you guys to understand that perhaps for some of you guys, this is the reason why you've not been able to achieve some of your biggest goals. This self-image is perhaps the reason why for the last decade, last 5 years, maybe 2 years, the reason why you've not been able to move to the next level. Now, you've poured it all down on a piece of paper. Now, I'm going to get you to do something that is very powerful now, and I'm going to count you guys down from 5 all the way to 1. Now, excuse me, we're going to make this place a little bit messy, but do forgive me for that. What I'm going to get the viewers to do is, when I count to 1, I want you to rip this paper up. And I want you to do it very aggressive. Don't do it cute. No, I want you to be really aggressive with it, as if like you're done with this. This is not who you are anymore. So I'm going to cut it down. Are you ready? I'm following your cue.
I think I'm ready.
That's what I said. No worry. Nobody's going to see what it is.
Okay.
Anyway, it's just between you and yourself.
Yeah.
So we're going to count down to 5 all the way to 1. When I hit 1, we're going to rip it up.
Okay.
And then, like I said, please don't rip it out cute. Be very aggressive with it. So there we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we rip out the paper. Okay, so this is it. So we're done. So that's it. So that's the old version of you. Now, if you're at home, now I'm in the studio, so I won't mess up the place. If you're at home, maybe throw it away like you're done with it. Now, what we're going to do now is the last stage of the thing. This part is very important. Now you're going to take another piece of paper. Now, this paper, if it's in your book, you don't have to rip it out. Now, on top of this paper, you're going to put your new self-image. That's what you're going to put. So you're going to put your new self-image. Now, why is this important? So now, like I told you cannot outperform how you see yourself.
Yeah.
So now, before you start with the New Year resolution, I want you to put down what kind of person do you need to become, Golden Girl, to achieve this result that you're looking for in 2026.
Okay.
Now, and this is the new self-image. So I'm going to give us about 2 minutes to write this new self-image. So think about, how should I see myself internally to achieve the results that I want to achieve in 2026? So write all down. Now, this old version is not you anymore. We've got rid of it. We've ripped it up. Now we're going to write down our new self-image. Like I said, this is something very practical. Wherever you are, wherever part of Ghana you're joining us from, you can literally join in with this. So write down your new self-image, and I would like for you guys to think very big. Think very big. Don't limit yourself. Think big. So write down your new self-image. Is there a way that the audience can reach us? Because I'm sure some of them might be emotional. Perhaps they can send us is it through Facebook or?
Yes.
Yeah. So if anyone's got very emotional, please reach out to us as well. We'd like to hear from you.
It doesn't matter the number.
A number. It doesn't matter.
Just
how you want to see yourself.
However you want to see yourself.
However you want to see yourself. So on your cue, whenever you're done, we'll continue. So however you see yourself.
Okay. I think I'm done.
You think you're done?
Okay, wait. Yeah.
Now, for the viewers at home, now this now you should feel some sort of relief.
Yeah.
You should feel like relief, like, wow, okay, this is my new self-image. Now, this is the part where most people get it wrong. This is where it gets really effective. Now, I'm going to get you and yourself as well. You're going to take this home. I'm going to get you to read this to yourself for the next 21 days.
Oh.
Yes. Every morning or every evening, wherever you prefer, read this to yourself over and over again. Now, the first 6-7 days, people are going to get excited. They're going to read it. When they get to day 14, they're going to go, well, I have to read it. Please don't get tired. The reason why, this is scientifically proven that after 21 days, people pick up new habits. The more you read this to yourself in the next 21 days, you will begin to see your behavior will start lining up with the things you put on here. If they think we're joking, try it out for yourself. It works like magic. It's going to be like a miracle. You're like, oh, I can't believe that's just writing something down and reading it to myself for 21 days. So 21 days from now is, I'm not sure, well, whatever is work out, is it 28th or 29th of January? By the 29th of January, you'll be finished reading. You're gonna see that every action you're taking is literally in alignment with this new self-image. So please, you have to read this over and over again. Now, another thing that I'm gonna get the viewers to do is that now, whilst you're reading this, I would like for you to pick a habit. Please pick a habit that is going to help you, that's going to be in alignment with the new self-image. So you have to pick a habit. So whilst you're reading it, pick habit. The reason why I would say pick one habit is because you need to collect proof. And the more, as human beings, the more we collect proof, Golden Girl, we start believing that, hey, after all, the thing I'm putting down here is actually working, because now I'm reading this to myself. I've got a habit that's in alignment with this. Now you begin to see, when it comes to December 31st, now you begin to see that you've been able to achieve some of your goals. This is very effective. I've helped some CEOs change their financial income with this. I've helped entrepreneurs start up their business with this. This is something simple like this. It looks very simple, but it's very, very effective. So, like I said, I promise you guys something very practical. Please read it for the next 21 days. Pick one habit to be in alignment with what you've put down. And I believe that you're going to see a different person by the end of January and a totally different result by the end of the...
what do you do in case you are facing some level of challenge or difficulty?
In terms of what? In terms
of, so I'm going to do this for the next 21 days.
You're going to read this to yourself?
Read this to yourself?
Yes.
For the next 21 days. So you're doing this, but then you do it like the way you said that you start off very excited about what you're reading, or what you're saying to yourself. But somewhere, at some point.
Yeah, great question, actually. You have to push through. The mind is made out of two parts. We have conscious mind, which you're using conscious mind to think and to ask the questions that you're asking right now. And then we have the subconscious mind. This is the lower part of your mind. You don't believe anything unless it reaches your subconscious mind. So it's very important. Yeah, you don't believe anything. And the more you repeat something to yourself, it reaches your subconscious mind. Now, yes, you're going to get bored. It's like when you learn the alphabets in school, your teacher didn't teach you the alphabet once. He didn't say A, B, C, D once and be like, okay, kids, for the rest of your life, remember this. And no, they repeated it over and over again. In fact, they gave us a melody, A, B, C, D. It got so annoying to the point like, okay, I understand this now. And now we can write our names effortlessly without even thinking about the alphabets. That's the same thing with this. Eventually, yes, like I said, the momentum, now everyone is excited. Yes, this is my new self-image. When you get to day 13, you're like, oh, do I have to? This is when you push through. You just read it. Eventually, like I said, the more you collect proof, because we like to see results. When you collect proof, like, oh, I'm beginning to see that I'm consistent. I'm going to the gym now. I'm doing this now. Wow, this thing's actually working. And then eventually, that becomes now your new self-image. Things begin to change for you internally. And if it changes internally, definitely it has to change externally.
Ooh. Yeah. I don't know how many of you are feeling and loving this, but I am. I'm actually excited about all that I've highlighted here, which is a new self-image. I'm excited about it. It looks very positive, and I just can't wait to start this so we can start tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Today,
straight away.
Yeah, straight away.
This is now your current self-image. We've just ripped this up. This is not you anymore. This is not Rudolph anymore. This is Rudolph now. And like I said, this helps in relationships as well.
Right.
It does help a lot. I've seen people change their self-image. There's a lady that I was coaching, now this year, she saw herself as not worthy of being in a relationship. But now, she told me the other day, said, Rudolph, I'm getting married 2020. I've just been engaged. Just this, doing this. I'm telling you, it's effective, yes. Yes.
That's a very good testimony, isn't it?
It is.
That's a very good one. So we are keeping this paper and we are saying this to ourselves every single day for the next 21 days. Yeah. And like Rudolph has mentioned, undoubtedly you will feel a bit down, even quite lazy to read it to yourself and all that. But do not give up. Let's keep pushing through. And I believe that after 21 days, even before 21 days,
you're going to start seeing some shift.
Yes.
I believe people are feeling the shift now.
Yeah.
You know, something simple like this, immediately you feel the shift like, oh, okay, this is not me anymore, this is me. And then you start, oh, I feel good about it. But the only way we can get this into our subconscious mind is to reread it, read it again, read it again, read it again. As a man thinking in his heart, so is he. So is he, And the heart refers not to the organ in your chest, it actually refers to your subconscious mind.
Africans, we are too negative.
You think so?
Yes. we are too negative. We like, you know, thinking negative things, you know. Even if somebody is doing well, we automatically think that he or she has gone through, you know, a different route to make it. Yeah. You see somebody doing a housewarming party, you know, moving into a brand new house, renting a whole new apartment, driving a new car and all that. You start thinking, anyway, so Rudolph,
it sounds like you're talking from experience. Like.
I am talking from experience.
Yeah.
I am talking from experience because it's like people don't want to see you do well, unfortunately.
Yeah, most people need to do well, but not better than them. That's what they usually say.
Which is witchcraft.
Because they feel like, some people feel like if Golden Girl becomes successful, that means I'm a failure. Some people think like that.
Right.
Because what excuses do I have? We both grew up in the same area.
Yeah.
And this is why sometimes it happens between like siblings and stuff like that. Because they grew up in the same old. If one person becomes successful, they feel like, oh, then people look at me like, what am I doing? So they want you to do well, but not too well so that they don't look bad, which is a wrong way of thinking, by the way.
It's witchcraft.
Because I'll go with you.
It's witchcraft, hands down. It is witchcraft. But Rudolph, thank you so much for doing this with us.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate you. We hope to have you again very soon.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, and I hope that you have loved this exercise that we have done right now in relation to how best that we can prep ourselves and, you know, execute all that we are hoping to achieve in the year 2026.